RecRap convinced me to make a commentary. I'm not really a speedrunner, so instead, we are going to do some beta Minecraft while I talk. This will be so awesome. Gosh, I really don't know how to organize a commentary, but that's kind of also the reason why I'm doing this. But the reason I want to do this is because I don't really talk to camera much, well, technically just microphone, and that's just a skill I want to grow. And I also think it's probably a good idea to just give an update on like where I am with life and such. But also you can notice I'm a duck, but I can't talk in F5 because there's no, in beta Minecraft, there's no front-facing view. You know, give me a second, I have an idea. Okay, so I have just made a Minecraft skin that's just the duck, but backwards, just the head. I have no idea how to do the rest of the body, but beta Minecraft's really slow about updating skins, so let's just get right into it. So how I imagine this going, at least for this first episode, I just want to build like a little thing. I'm going to build something, and then we're just going to kind of talk as well. If you're curious, this is the inspiration, Hanging Gardens of Babylon. And it's going to be like an upgrade for this lapis block island. Because, gosh, I love stealing ancient architecture. We're just going to build this like first layer today. Because I'm also not going to spend tons of time on this. Because, guys, I have been so busy with content. And genuinely, I don't think I've really been happier with content. You know, doing shorts, getting 1 million views a day, you felt pretty good. But this is one of the times where I just have like fallen into my work. And I'm just really enjoying it. Like, some people are like, oh, you know, make sure to pace yourself. But, like, I don't know. I've always felt like I used to do, like boxing, for example. I did boxing for a little bit. And I'm really, like, appreciative of the time I spent doing that. But it was really just, like, one of those hobbies where I was like, you know, I just need a hobby other than content. And I do. I still have some. I do, like, pickleball with some of my friends, like, every weekend. Like, tennis as well. But, like, just trying to, like, find something to do other than content, like I'm just happier when I'm just working on videos. And kind of off that same vein, okay, I guess we are like 1 minute in and we're already talking about YouTube. But that's one of the reasons I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just allow myself to work as much on content as I want, because that's just what I talk about. Like if I had to talk about something for hours, I could talk about YouTube. Like it is half a dozen conversations have been spurred by someone asking, how do you make money on YouTube? Or the even better question I find funny, how much do you get paid for every subscriber? And then I just like talk to them about RPMs and YouTube and like how the whole business side works. And like I'm just talking about it right now. And this commentary is also off to a great start because man, I love talking about YouTube. But as an update, like I've hired an editor recently and I've been really enjoying working with him. I'm still hesitant to like give him full reins over a video. I am still very much polishing. He just does like rough drafts and stuff where it's like, okay, here's my script, find me clips. And that's been great. It's like I finish an edit in like 8 hours. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. But the reason I've hired an editor is because I really want to start putting out more content. And it's a feeling every single Minecraft YouTuber has, like at the moment. If they're not doing like weekly content already, I think they're eyeing other people going, how could I be doing that? It's such a weird thing. Like I recently went to vidsummit, which, you know what? I'm going to write that down. That's what tomorrow's commentary will be on. Or technically Mondays, depending on schedule. Okay, we're talking about vidsummit tomorrow. But at vidsummit, like that's what everyone talked about is how can I upload more? And I just went, I'm just going to be ballsy. I'm going to set a goal and I'm just going to do 2 videos a month. Like that is just what happens. Like that is a law of the universe, is that I do 2 videos a month. Now this might age very poorly, but I believe I can do it for the rest of the year. Like I am ahead right now. But I should also talk about, okay, my skin has still not updated, but look at that. We already got like half the pillars done. So I was going to talk about how I was going to do it, but I realized, you know, maybe I should chill out on the YouTube talk. Maybe I'll do a commentary on my idea on how I'm going to increase like content, because I don't know. These videos really are for me at the moment. If you find enjoyment from them, awesome. I am just trying to learn how to get better at like just talking to the camera. I feel like I'm doing a good job right now, so hopefully you like it. Also, I have blocked off this dock. Hopefully nobody uses it to fish. Oh, I didn't even introduce this server. So this is back to beta. It's just this Minecraft server with a bunch of beta Minecraft YouTubers. I made one beta Minecraft video and they added me. And I really feel like it's been a missed opportunity not making content here. Like, look at this. This is so cool. Like, they just built it. It's obsidian. Do you know how hard it is to mine obsidian with a normal diamond pickaxe? Also, that's a redstone computer over there. Ah, gosh. Yeah, so this is beta Minecraft. I probably should have made that clear, but I think you could tell. Oh, that's one of my favorite builds. I did that all by myself. But this is what I was actually planning on talking about in the commentary, is like IRL stuff and not just more about content. Gosh dang. But some of you probably know I lived with RecRap too for a little bit. I'm going to call him Parker throughout the rest of the video. But then that lease wrapped up and Parker decided he wanted to buy a house. I did not want to. Also, see, that's also another reason for the 2 videos a month. I could not buy a house. Like, no bank would give me like a loan because my income is just so sporadic. So he's moved off. He's into his own place. And for me, I have done something like a little, maybe not, I don't want to say risky. It's still very safe in the scheme of things, but I just wanted to do something new. I think what I was feeling towards the end of the lease is I just needed more chaos in my life. Also, I just realized I've been building these one too short. Oh, frick. Also, I've been building these wrong. Wait a minute. I have not been... See, this is one of the problems about talking with camera. Okay, I need to fix this. Okay, so this is what each pillar was supposed to look like, with these little indents on the side. And man, I got talking about content. I really just lost everything. But where were we? We were talking about how, I wanted more chaos in my life. And I think what I mean by that is I just wanted stuff new that was happening, where it's like I really felt like everything became very samey, and especially where like I wasn't really putting out the content output I wanted to. Like I just was like I just need something totally brand new, like to just change my life basically. Like if you want to do something life changing, you got to change your life. Because also you need to know for this point is I was trying to find a roommate for the longest time, but nobody either, because I go to I used to go to a local college, and all my friends go to that local college. And so like everyone's already like either living at home or they already have a place they're living. And I could not find anyone who wanted to move out. So I was like, maybe I'm going to have to like get a place on my own. And that just really wasn't something I wanted to do. Also, I'm going to try and sleep. So it's daytime. Guys, I've been audio capturing the wrong Minecraft. Shoot. So I really just didn't want to like live alone. I just think like I could, like it just didn't seem appealing to me. I could probably get pretty boring. Just like it would be also very easy doing YouTube to just not do anything and just stay inside all day. Like, oh, well, I'm working, I'm editing, like, oh, and then just like, I don't do anything. There's nothing new. And that's why like the whole idea of I just wanted more chaos in my life. I just want new stuff. So I ended up just like finding this place where I live now. I just like on a website. It's actually like technically like a college. It's managed by like they have like student housing. So I've been living in student housing. But interestingly, I didn't get an apartment. I instead got a house. So I got a house with like 4 other roommates. I had no idea who they were moving in. And that was just like one of the first things where I was like, you know what? I just want more like chaos in my life. It's just like totally new. Like I am living with 4 totally new different people. Like I actually went in with the idea that like, oh, you know, I'm probably going to hate one of them. But actually, I think I've been pretty lucky. Like all my roommates, they're pretty cool. Like, yeah, it's like awesome. Okay, we're fixing it and see, but just a comparison, like these look way better than just these like standard pillars. But yeah, so it's been a house I've been living in. And honestly, I don't know if it was the right move. It's kind of nice because I needed a private room. Like that was one of like the guarantees, is because if I didn't, then I would be like, well, if I had my roommate and like they were in their room, I couldn't really like record something. Like I couldn't record something like I'm doing now. And it's just like, yeah, maybe it saves me like $50 a month on rent. But then if I wasn't uploading, well, that would just cost me more money in the long term. So it was like, yeah, that was just the one thing I like had a requirement of. But everything else, I was incredibly lax. And I think I might have been too lax because the house I moved into, I don't know how old it is, but I know it's pretty old because when I had to sign the lease, I also had to sign an agreement that I know the dangers of lead paint, which hasn't been used in houses since like the 70s. And okay, well, maybe it's just, you know, maybe everyone had to sign it. but it's a pretty old house. There are things around it. So I'm about to say, like, oh, there's like some weird things. I'm going to put a photo up right now. This is just in my room. I think it's because of an old furnace. Like, yeah, so like I'll pan the camera. Here's my room. But yeah, there's just this like brick thing here from an old furnace, which is just, yeah, I'm living in a really old place. And it hasn't been without its issues. See, I said I need more chaos in my life going into this, and more chaos I've gotten. I've been here a month and a half. I think I've paid rent twice. So yeah, like a month and a half. And we have had flooding issues 4 times already. I'm trying to remember. The first time, it was the fridge. The fridge, or the freezer part of the fridge wasn't working, where it would like freeze, it would make ice, and then it would stop freezing and it would all melt, which would get all over the kitchen. Then, so we had like the repair guys come in and they fix it, and we're like, okay. So we thank them, they leave, and then I think it was 2 or 3 days later, I go into the basement and I see that there's this like pipe that's just like making mist, and I don't think anything about it. I'm like, okay, maybe like it's like part of cooling or something. I don't know. This house is old and it makes no sense. So I'm just like, and I don't really want to bother with it. But the repair guys end up coming in. I think maybe one of my roommates had mentioned it to him, and they come in. They're trying to fix it. And then next time I go into the basement, it is full on dripping, and it is like making a water stream. Like, we had this big like Home Depot bucket picking up the water. That thing would fill up in like 20 minutes. So it was like mad flooding that was happening. But the repair guys, they come back like a day later. So water had just been leaking for an entire day. I'm very grateful I do not have to pay based on how much utilities we use. It's just a flat rate. And then, okay, I think I might have lied. I think there was only 3 times we had flooding. And then just like 2 weeks later, the dishwasher just starts flooding. So like we have like a personal relationship with the repair guys now because of how many times they've come. But here we go. We have all the pillars done. This looks freaking awesome. But here's the thing. I say all in all, like, yeah, it's been pretty worth it. Like, it's just been fun. It's just been an experience. Like, I'll just look back at this and be like, oh, remember that time I lived in like this really old place? And it'll just be really fun. But I think I'm gonna call it here. I realize I don't think the entire thing is going to be, so this is kind of, I'm slowly concepting it. Okay, so this is what I kind of had it as, but I could also do it like this with grass. You know what? I think I'm just going to end the commentary here. I've been going for about 45 minutes. That's kind of my idea, is I just build something for like 45 minutes, and I talk, and then I edit it down, and then boom. I'm just getting better at talking to the camera. Oh, I forgot about the skin. Hey guys, what's up? So if you guys get a vote, you get to decide what the ground should be. So will it be smooth stone, which I should say will take like triple the amount of time than grass, or should we just keep it grass? And I will leave that up to you guys. And then I will probably, you know, AFK right here while I edit this down because it's going to take a while. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to say goodbye, I guess. Yeah.